Why hello there everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be showing you what my island looks like at the end of 2020 because I don't think my island will ever be done. So instead of having one big fat reveal, I'm just showing you what it looks like now. It's not finished and everything will probably change soon. So I'm just doing this to document how it looks right now. So with that said, let's get out my map and just check out what that looks like. As you can see, I've got my main character here. Hello, that's me. And then we've got my second character, Peach, who will be making an appearance soon enough. I've got a very special plan for her, so that's going to be really exciting. Then we've got Hazel. She was one of my starter villagers, along with Cody, who I kicked out ages ago because he was giving me the creeps. So he's gone. But Hazel has stayed because she's the lovely little lass. Then we've got Stitches, Maddie, Marina, and then Matilda, who's kind of like the mum of the island. I love her to bits, but I also don't know whether or not she'll be staying for too much longer. We've also then got Acnh, Antonio, Raymond, Bluebear, and Sprinkle, who I feel like in all my villages I always call Sprinkles, but alas, she is one singular Sprinkle. So we are going to be coming off the dock here, and right now we're coming over to my island entrance. So as you can see, the main kind of focal point of it is this little central decorative area with the bench and the Christmas tree and all these good little naturey bits. Unintentionally, I found that this bench has been really handy for if I've ever done any trading over Nookers on, especially if I'm waiting for someone and I've just got my gate open. I can just sit here and wait for them. So that's been really handy. My one little drawback with this area right now is that it's really busy. And if we come around the back here to Sprinkle's house, as you can see right there, I've just had to tip my camera back. And these flowers do not belong here. Let's just dig these up. You're not allowed here. Get out. Okay, so then coming back to this area back here, we've got Bluebear's house. Did I just call it Sprinkle's house a minute ago? I'm not sure. This is Bluebear's house. She's got her little fire pit back here, little fireplace, little blue kettle and a blue candle on there where she can, you know, just sit and look at the pretty waterfall and the trees and everything like that. So that's her little area back there. I think my favourite part about how I've decorated her house is actually this little bin area back here. It's not very interesting, but I found it really handy just to have like a bin hidden somewhere around here. But then yeah, coming back down here, we've got Raymonds House. He's also in, which is very cute, getting out the cold. This is the area that I've decorated for him. I think that the brown imperial partition works really well with his house. If you have Raymond on your island and you need some design inspiration, I definitely recommend getting that partition because it looks really nice. So then we're just going to come down here onto the beach. This, as you can see, is one element where the unfinishedness comes into play because you'll notice how on basically all of my beaches, they aren't decorated and they're covered in flowers and DIYs, so I'm sorry. But then we're going to follow this little sign here and we will come into the first little residential area. This was actually the first thing that I ever did a speed build of on my channel. It's kind of nature themed, but also a little bit tropical. As you can see here, we've got the palm tree. And as we come down here, we've got Anch's house with her little outdoor kitchen, a little table to sit on, little fire pit, her outdoor bath, which is being protected by the barbed wire holding back the flowers. My beaches aren't very interesting, so we're just going to be staying away from them for the most part. But one little interesting thing is that the flower plague has now been beautifully organised and tamed and held back. So that was something that I did a couple of days ago. Took me quite a while because I had quite a few flowers. But anyway, so the first house that we're going to come up to around here is Stitch's house. Wow, couldn't remember his name for a second then. And then he's also got this little like apple cider marshmallow pit kind of area here. It's not very seasonal, I know. This was definitely better suited in the winter and I probably could change it out to a little hot chocolate stand, but I think it's really cute, so it's gonna stay for now. As we follow the path along here, we've got Maddie. I think that she looks so dapper in her very cute little coat and pink hat, but we're just gonna have to nudge her out the way for a minute. So when I found Maddie, it was right at the start of the game, and she was actually the first Peppy villager that I ever found. So she just has the default start of the game generic Peppy house. But I looked on the wiki and her house is actually a little like outdoor picnic inside her house. Oh, a balloon. Okay, now we've got that. So I decided to bring that element of her personality outside and to give her a little picnic area. It's very much so too cold to sit out right now, but anyway, I've given her a little very cute Christmassy quilt. She's also got a little swinging bench back there and just a little cut through to the beach back there as well. Now, I bet you're all wondering what the present is, so let's just open that up. Okay. Oh, okay, that was a good balloon. Okay, that's amazing. I'm so happy that that interrupted me right there. That can stay. We'll allow that one. Okay, so then as we move back up, in the middle of this little fork in the road here, we've got Antonio's house. He's a jock, and I didn't really know how to decorate his house. So for now, we've just got a little like workbench and a little chair and stuff like that there. Then as we move on up, we've got Sprinkle's house. The inside of her house is absolutely amazing. It's filled with the shell and the ice furniture. So I decided to bring some of that outside as well. It's kind of a bit of an odd space to decorate here. And this shell fountain is really annoyingly shaped. It looks like it should only be like a 1x1 sized object, but it's not. It's a lot bigger. So I've just kind of parked it in there for now, but we'll see how much this area around here changes. Okay, so moving on along here, as you can see, this is a place where the unfinishedness of my island comes into play. If you watched my original speed build of this area a good couple of months ago now, this was actually where Raymond lived, but then I did move him into the entrance, just because I didn't really know whose house would look good there. So the remnants of some of his decorations is still lingering here. This entire little mini neighborhood here is something which I feel like will change soon. I love it. I especially love like the little middle bits like this. Okay, thank you for that lovely interruption, Maddie. Anyway, there are some parts of this area which I love, such as this little middle tree here, which is perfectly decorated, and then this other little island here, but it's kind of cramped, if you guys can see what I mean. I wish that I'd given myself a bit more room when building this area originally, just because I wanted to be able to fit some more decorations and stuff like that in. So it is something that will probably be changing sooner or later. But anyway, let's come out of this little residential bit into my museum garden. We have another little empty flower patch / breeding area here, which I can just use to like hold flowers that I'm using for something. But anyway, here we have my museum garden, and we've got beds which contain every flower that you can get in the game. Especially, you know, the elusive purple pansies and everything like that. So they all kind of color coordinated. I found some amazing arrangements on Pinterest. You guys can go follow me over on Pinterest if you want to see all the good stuff like that. This was something that I built during lockdown, and I loved it at the time. You know, the practical builder in me thought that it was a great way to display all of the flowers and all of the breeds in the game. But the one thing for me is that it kind of doesn't really flow with the museum, in my opinion. And so that's something that I definitely want to work on if I decide to keep it on my island. But as we continue on up here, as you can see, we've kind of got this really barren courtyard. It's something that I wanted to decorate, but I never fully got around to finishing it. So that is something else that will be happening soon. Okay, so then we're just going to come up these stairs, and here we are at my museum. I love my museum so much, especially when you look at it at angles like this, where you've got all the trees up behind it. And this was something that I really wanted to achieve when I was building this area, which was making it feel grand, but also very like it's part of the landscape in a way. And as you can see, like we have lots of bareness back here, like little patches where I wanted to place things. The flowers have got out of hand. If that is not just the way to describe my island, I don't know what is, because we're just gonna take a little look down here. It's absolute carnage. But anyway, this is my museum. I've got some really fun plans for how I want to decorate it soon. But for now, this is what it looks like. I think the shape will definitely be staying pretty the same, but it will just be the decorations, etc., that will change. So then as we come down here, we're still in the kind of rural parts of my island. This is one of my favourite areas on my entire island. It's my pumpkin patch. I know that it's definitely not the season anymore, but this is what it looks like. My favourite part especially is how well the shed and the silo blend in with Hazel's house. I was so happy with how that came out, and just how this area here integrates so well with others around it. So as you can see, we've got the little waterfall back there, which I'll show you where the top of that is in just a second. And this is definitely an area that will be staying for a long time, and I hope that eventually we'll get some more crops so that I can kind of expand what it looks like as well. I don't think I'd ever go for a complete farm-inspired island, but just this little area is so gosh darn cute. I love it. Okay, so we're going to continue moving along here. As you can see, the path, this was left over from an old aesthetic that I was trying to achieve a while back. I think that it looks really cool, and I'll definitely keep it for now. And so this just leads back here to my secret beach, which I haven't really done anything with. But as we're running along here, I'm kind of giving you a bit of spoiler alert. Because then we come up here, we've got a little bonfire, we've got all these beautiful flowers, and then we're up by my campsite. And if we come across here, as you can see, we've got the river, the little waterfall lake thing, which then spills into the farm below. It's also a little shortcut to my museum, so it's just little ways like that that I really love integrating into my island as well. So if I can now get unstuck again, thank you. Okay, there we go. This area looks so cool when we've got a tent in as well, and like a villager. One thing that I really wanted to achieve with this area was making it feel really full, because I feel like when you place buildings and generally anything at the back of your island, because of the way that the island is shaped, it kind of just feels like, you know, they're on the edge of the world, quite literally. And so I think I did really well right here with just filling up all the back with trees and bushes and fences and just everything like that to make it look really full. The flowers definitely got out of hand back here. I know they all look very out of place right now in the winter against the weight of the snow on the ground, but in the autumn and the summer and the spring, it looks really good. They're all very kind of like fire coloured in a way, so it kind of matches the big fire pit that we've got over here. Again, I think I initially started off with a mix of flowers that I'd found on Pinterest, but as time went on, they just kind of spread and bred and changed colour, so that's what it looks like right now. So we're going to come down here, and I'll really briefly, oh hello there Stitches, I'll really briefly show you what I've got up here because it's literally nothing. This area of my island is currently unused other than some rogue pumpkin flowers, which I never use, or pumpkin plants rather. But this little bit back here isn't used right now, but I do have some big plans for it, so another thing to keep an eye out for. But we will continue to travel along here. And across this bridge, this is another unused area. I was originally planning to put lots of houses along here, but that never happened. So right now it's my area where I grow snow pals. Is that what they're called? Just snowmen? Snow people? What is it called? Snow boy. There we go. What about snow girls? Oh well. And then I'll just really quickly grab out my ladder. But then up here is where we've got my second character, Peach. Nothing very fancy. In fact, this area was trash, but I decided to clean it up for you guys just because, you know, I had to preserve somewhat of my reputation. But yeah, this is Peach's house. Nothing fancy about it. It'll eventually be moving and changing into something completely different. So yeah, this area back here, there isn't really much going on. But then we'll cross back over the bridge and then over this bridge. And then as you can see here, we've got a little bit more of that stone left over, which I think is quite cute back there. You can't really see it, so it's not really offending anyone. But here is where my house is. My house is on its own little island. I thought when I built this that I'd have a lot more room than I actually do. So the only area that I really have to decorate is this little bit up here, which changes quite regularly. Right now it's a little fire pit with, you know, you got some coffee up there, some wood. You got your little sled if you wanted to go sliding down the ramp or whatever. But yeah, it's really annoying because this fire pit just doesn't quite fit perfectly on there. So for now it's looking a little bit out of line, a little bit janky, but we can deal with that. So we're going to come down here, and then here is my house. I'll show you the inside of my house. Since I decorated it in a video a while back, I haven't really touched it all that much. The only rooms that have changed are the kind of decorative display rooms. As you can see, we've still got stuff out from the Turkey Day event. But hey, we're living with it. I don't really mind about that for right now. We'll go back here into my bedroom. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've kind of torn this room apart for pieces that I needed for other builds. Oh no, it's not too bad. Okay, we've got my picture of Marina, my Starbucks bed sheets, love those. My TV, my fireplace, my little area to do some yoga in. That's very cute as well. Okay, so we're just gonna then come back out of here, and then coming into my left-hand room on the bottom floor. This is my kitchen, and I am kind of astounded because I posted a picture of this onto my Pinterest and over 30,000 people have apparently seen it, which is pretty mad. I can't really comprehend that many people seeing anything that I've done. But anyway, so this is my kitchen. It's very cute. Oh, you're not meant to see the pumpkin that way. There we go. This little serving cart here is absolutely adorable. It's an item that I didn't get until quite recently, but I love it. Then we've also got the Yule log on there. Absolutely beautiful item. I love it. I love Yule logs in real life. I haven't actually had one this festive season, which is kind of really sad, but maybe one day. There's still time. I won't show you this room here because it's just one that I use to build little design areas in, so nothing too interesting is happening with that one, but we'll head upstairs, which is my clothing collection room. So in here, this is where I store all of my furniture, no, not my furniture, all of my clothing collections that I've kind of gathered as the game has progressed. So we've got all the Bunny Day clothes, we've got Jack's robe and hat, some of the little mum items. That sailor shirt is the one that I started the game in, so I thought that'd be very cute to display that. Then we've got the clothing from the Toy Day event, which happened just a few days ago. So we've got Santa's suit and dress, and then the little Snowboy helmet as well. So that's all good in there. We've still got plenty of room for new items, etc. as they come out as the game progresses even more. But then down here in the basement is where I'm actually collecting all the furniture. Kind of like my favourite pieces from each set as they've come out. So we've got some of the wedding day items, the bunny day items, some of the holiday stuff. I decided to make the Turkey Day, I think, is it like the hearth, I think it's called, and the cornucopia at the centre of the room. And then I decided to give, you know, Christmas its extra big little section over here with the Christmas tree and Jingle's photo and the festive stockings as well. Okay, so coming out of my house, we are now going to run back along here over the bridge. As you can see, we've got the snowboys creeping back there. Don't think about it too much. Then we've got this little island up here, just very decorative. I'm not sure how I'm feeling anymore about having that many roses. Now it's kind of looking a bit too patriotic rather than Christmassy, but again, we're not going to think about it too much. But we're going to keep coming across, and then here we've got one of my favourite areas on my island. I don't think this area will ever change. It's the little fountain that I've got in front of Nooks and directly behind Town Hall. Oh, don't look at that bit. So it's just a fountain. It was a design that I found on Pinterest, and I had to build it, and it turned out so well. I'm so happy with it. So yeah, this will probably be staying forever. Then just to the left, we've got this little kind of like refuse area with the, what are these called? The vending machines and the bin as well. This area turned out so well. I really love it. but then we're just going to keep coming across. And then we've got Starbucks. We've got Starbucks back there because we don't have the roost yet, and until we get the roost, Starbucks will have to do. And then we've got this little kind of decorative area right in the middle that will be changed out seasonally. For the autumn and the Halloween season, I had like a little pumpkin patch here. But for now, we've just got a Christmas tree, some of the illuminated presents, some real trees as well. So that's very cute. This is the one area of my beach that I've actually decorated. It may not look like it because the weeds have kind of gotten a bit unruly, but this was just meant to be a very kind of chill beach area, nothing too much happening there. But before we get into the rest of my little town centre, I think what we'll do is we'll come across the bridge. Now, this area did originally start as a mini neighbourhood. I've since moved out. Roscoe, my boy, had to be moved out because Bluebell was actually a campsite villager, and she asked Roscoe to move out, which is okay because I've got his amiibo. I've just been too lazy to scan him back in, so Roscoe will return eventually. But for now, we've just got this kind of little, I don't really know how you describe it. It's a very decorative area. You can have a little sit down. I think it's turned out really cute. But I just wish there was a way to make it a tiny bit more practical, so that's something that I'm going to have to work on in the future. But then as we come up, we've got my cozy Christmas cafe, which I'm still so happy with how it turned out. Especially these simple panels at the back. They're custom designs, and I'm just so astounded that somebody actually made those. I am just in awe of the creativity there. But then we've also got a little seating area back here, and then just some kind of, oh, my Joy-Con drift isn't working. Okay, there we go. Just some like forest back there. There's nothing interesting back there. And then as we come across, we've then got Matildas House. As you can see, there's more unruly flowers. We need to fix this. Here we go. Okay, we've got lots of kids' toys out here, which it was kind of fun doing this because I've never had to build like the clacker toy or the little rocking horse or anything like that. But then it's kind of cool because I can imagine her having very classy little tea sessions and like gossips with her friends. Probably Acnh. They are both snooty. I can imagine them getting on very well. And so I can imagine them just sitting here and having a little cup of tea where then her little baby kangaroo is just sat here like playing over here. So yeah, I like the story element that we've got going down over here as well. So that's up here, and then we'll come back down across the bridge, and which way should we go? Okay, we'll keep going down here. And then right here, we're coming into my Christmas market. This kind of like mini plaza is again something that I like to change out and decorate seasonally. For now, we've got a Christmas market. We've got the little aromatherapy stall. This stall which is kind of filled with little knickknacks and kind of presents like that. And then this one is what I'd imagine to be a very classy, oh, let me pick up that t-shirt. Whoops. This is what I'd imagine to be a very kind of like classy artisan clothing and jewelry stand. You know those little like boutique shops that you find down little side streets in kind of small fancy towns. I don't know if that's just an English thing, but yeah, so this is what my little Christmas market looks like. I built it before all the Christmas toys and items like that were introduced with the Christmas update came out, so I didn't actually end up incorporating any of them in here. This is kind of a bit more of a upmarket Christmas market is what I'm now realizing, but I think it turned out really cute. I'm really happy with it. Then we're going to come across and we've got my resident services. And if we then come down here, this is one of my favourite parts of my island. It is my resident services park. I had a really awkward space here, which I just didn't know how to fill. I tried building parks here before, and they just never turned out quite how I wanted them to. But yeah, I was so happy with how this turned out. You've already given it to me, okay. I wish we could, like, you know, say no to these unsolicited clothing that they always try to give us. Get out of here, Pink Rose. It's not your time. Anyway, okay, so I love this area so much. It's something which can just be changed out seasonally, and I was just so happy with how it turned out in the end. We've also got like the little pond over here. I eventually need to find the decoy ducks that I can add some ducks around here. But for now, it's looking pretty good. I'm very happy with it. We've also got a rare piece of unplagued beach, somewhat. It's plagued by DIYs, but not by flowers, so that's a nice change. Okay, so then crossing over from resident services, we've got my able sisters. I was so happy with how this area turned out. This is a rare occasion that I actually use one of the paths given to us in the game. I think that the mixture between the stone and the brick, and then we've also got like the deeper woods in some of these items over here and in the trees, just work together so well. Like, if you look at it, we've actually got quite a lot going on, especially with the two types of fence, but I was just so happy with how this came out. And then over here we've just got a little seating area, which I could just imagine like Mabel and Sable just, you know, at the end of a day coming out, having a little chat, having a little cup of tea, you know, just coming up with new ideas of new clothes that they want to make, all that jolly good stuff. So we're going to continue down here past the park. We've got the little fire area. This is an area which I wasn't really too sure what to do with, so for now we've just got a little fire, but it's really cute because I occasionally see villagers coming to like warm their hands over the fire and everything like that, so that is really cute. Then we've got Marina's house here, and I still need to decorate her garden. She loves reading and books, or so she's told me. She might be lying, I'm not sure. But I've kind of had the plan of making a kind of like outdoor library kind of area for her out here. So that is something that in 2021 I will get around to. And then we've just got another little seating area back here, and then we'll come across the bridge and ta-da! We are back at my entrance. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit nerve-wracking because some tours and some other creators' islands are just so absolutely astounding and amazing, and I know that I just don't quite fit that mold. I know that my island isn't finished. I know that I haven't moved on to my second, third, fourth new switch and new island yet. And that's just, I don't think, how I'll be rolling. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This is the first time I'm recording with my new microphone, so if you've got to this part of the video, I'd really appreciate you letting me know what you think of the new mic, how all the levels and everything like that are. I'm very new to all this audio and editing and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'd appreciate you letting me know what you think about how everything sounds. But yeah, if you guys have got any suggestions or comments or anything like that, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon.